The child born before light. Long ago, in a quiet village nestled between tall mountains and deep forests, there lived a woman named Elara. She was kind and gentle, loved by all who knew her. But Elara carried a great sadness in her heart, for she had no child of her own. Every night she would sit by her window watching the stars and whisper a silent wish to the sky. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the world grew dark, a strange light appeared in the forest. It glowed softly, like a tiny star fallen to earth. Curious, Elara followed the light deep into the woods, where she found a small round stone resting on a bed of moss. The stone pulsed with a gentle warmth, and as she touched it, a voice spoke, not aloud, but inside her heart. "Take me home," it said. "I'm the child you have wished for." Elara, though surprised, carefully lifted the stone and carried it back to her cottage. That night she placed it by the fireplace, wrapping it in soft cloth. She slept beside it, her hand resting gently on its warm surface. When she woke the next morning, the stone had cracked open, and inside lay a baby boy, with eyes that shone like moonlight. She named him Lior, which meant light in the old tongue. From the moment he was born, Lior was different. He did not cry like other children. Instead, he hummed softly, a sound like the wind through the trees. His skin glowed faintly in the dark, and when he laughed, tiny sparks of light danced in the air around him. The villagers whispered that he was a child of magic, born before the first light of dawn. As Lior grew, so did the wonders around him. Flowers bloomed where he walked, even in winter. Birds would perch on his shoulders, singing songs no one had ever heard before. But the most curious thing of all was his shadow. It did not follow him like ordinary shadows do. Instead, it moved on its own, sometimes stretching far ahead of him, as if leading the way. One day, when Lior was 7 years old, his shadow did not return with him from the forest. Elara searched everywhere, calling his name, but the boy was nowhere to be found. Heartbroken, she sat by the fireplace, clutching the remains of the stone that had brought him to her. That night, she dreamed of a great darkness spreading over the land, swallowing the light of the stars. When she woke, she knew what she had to do. Taking the broken stone pieces with her, she followed the path into the forest, guided only by the memory of Lior's laughter. The deeper she went, the quieter the world became. No birds sang. No leaves rustled. The trees stood still, as if holding their breath. At last she came to a clearing where the ground was covered in thick black vines. In the center stood a tall figure wrapped in shadows, a creature of the dark that had taken Lior. It spoke in a voice like crumbling stone. "Child does not belong to you," it said. "Ye was born of the light before time, and the light must return to the void." Elara, though afraid, stood firm. "He is my son," she said, "and I will not let you take him." The shadow laughed, a sound that made the ground tremble. "Gort and you will both be lost." But Elara remembered the stone in her hands, the last piece of the light that had brought Lior to her. She held it up, and as she did, a warmth spread through her fingers. The stone began to glow, brighter and brighter, until the whole clearing was bathed in light. The shadow shrieked, twisting away, as if burned. From within the vines, a small hand reached out. Lior's hand. Elara ran to him, pulling him free as the last of the darkness faded. The forest came alive again, the birds singing, the wind whispering through the leaves. Lior looked up at her, his eyes still shining like moonlight. "You found me," he said. Elara hugged him tightly. "I will always find you," she whispered. From that day on, the village knew that Lior was not just a child of light, he was a child of love. And though his shadow still wandered sometimes, it always returned to him, just as he always returned home. And so, under the watchful eyes of the stars, the child born before light grew, bringing warmth and wonder wherever he went. And his mother, Elara, never again wished for anything, for she had all the light she needed in her son. The end.